Hello everybody, we are back to lesson number 3. So in the previous lesson, this is where we stopped. We created our connection string and we promised that we are going to test it in this lesson. So let us test it. But before we do that, we need to create an if statement so that it tells us whether the connection is okay or not. So for us to do that, we are going to say if, and then we write our condition. So what is our condition? We put the variable this, we put it here, so, and then we want to see whether the connection is okay or not. So we say you are going to understand this later on. So you put that, and then we write connect error. So we want to see whether we have an error or not. And then here it's where we are going to put our result. So what is the result? We want to echo, like printing out the information. So what is the information? We are going to say connection failed. Connection failed if there is an error. Connection failed. But else it has to print connection successful. It has to print connection successful. So now here we are good. So let us see if that's gonna work. So the first thing is to say localhost / our folder tutorial and db.php, and then we enter. We have connection success. Of course I've put here, okay, connection successful. So connection failed, connection successful. So that's it. So it has written connection successful. Or you can write whatever you want here so that you understand what I'm trying to say. You can say welcome friends, we are connected. Woo. So you can refresh here, welcome friends, we are connected. So this shows that the connection is successful. Now we have this guy 127.0.0.1. we don't need it because this is an IP address. So what's the host name? If we go to okay, let me go back to PHP my admin. If you go to user accounts, you'll see that root, we have used this 127.0.0.1, but it can also allow localhost. So this is the host name. This is the host IP address. So we were using the host IP address instead of using the host name. So let us use the host name. So it's local host. So now from now, we're gonna adopt localhost as our host name, and then root as our username, and then password blank, and then whatever database you have created will be there. So this is the first way in which we can connect to the to our database. Now let us see another way of connecting to the database. We are going to remove this guy. No, up to here. Now from here we are going to create 3 variables. We are going to create 3 variables. No, not 3 but 4, because before I delete, we have got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we are going to create 4 variables. So the first variable will be db host. So that's the first variable, and then the second variable will be db name, right? DB is database host, database name, and then we have got DB user, right? And then finally we have DB password. So we've created these variables so that we can put in the information inside there. So what is our host? Remember, our host is local host, so we write local host, and then we do it like that. So remember to do double quotes here, double quotes. So what is the DB name? Our DB name is tutorial, so tutorial is our DB name, and then username is root, and our password we put it blank. And now we go to the connection. So on the connection here, what we do is we write new. Remember the previous one we started with MySQL underscore connection, so this one is different. So you do it like this, MySQL and then you open you create those brackets, and in here we are going to write all those four variables. So what is the first variable? The first variable is the DB host. So DB host, and then the second one will be DB username. Don't mistake in here. So DB user, and then DB password. So we write DB password, and the last one is DB name. So we go here, we say DB name. So this is another way on how to communicate with your server. So this is what is called OOP connection. So this is an OOP connection. Now we go inside here. Inside here we do it like this, and then we create this dot. I'm going to explain later on as we go along. So we are going to put our con here, and then this guy we bring it connection error. So we are good. We are good now. So now we can test it to see whether the connection is okay or not. So we go here, we refresh. So you can see that it's okay. So for us to understand that it's okay, we just remove this part and we save it. And then we refresh, we are connected. So you can see whichever way is simple for you. You can use the pure one, the normal one, which I did in the first place, and then you can also use this second one. So we have seen that there are two ways of connecting. Here we start with new and then MySQL. The previous one we just say MySQL icon. So if I refresh here, it's the same. You see, we are connected. So whether you change here, you put new and MySQL, the results will be the same. So fellas, we have now managed to connect to our database. So let's now create tables in the next tutorials. We create tables and then we try to get information from the tables, but first of all we are going to put in information in those tables, and then we grab the information from the tables. So until next time, bye bye for now.